I think I might have actually, gotten most of this sharpened. I can't even talk. Okay, so am I in the right one? Yep. Invite. Yep. Copy. Yep. We go here. We go here. Hello. So, oh goodness. What? Oh, okay. So hello, whoever is there watching. So I am listening to the Jerry Lewis, Dean Martin, Colgate Hour because today was definitely one of those days where, hiya, Mike. I love when situations or things happen and I have to go back in time and remind myself who raised me. And when I say who raised me, I'm talking about the icons and the idols and the people that were in that I looked up to, people that speak to why I am who I am and do what I do. And Jerry Lewis is on in my earbuds right now because he is the primary reason I'm a comic. He is 100% the reason I started doing stand-up. So this is going to be a sketch of a girl that's going to be in my webtoon. She's a really sweet girl, and ironically, the joke is a pretty ratchet joke. But she's a sweetheart. This girl that I'm about to sketch and bring to life is a sweetheart. So I actually I took her super tiny little sketch that I did on the back of one of my other sketches, and I was just playing around and I was just doing this thing because I was looking at different poses, different facial expressions, things like that, getting ideas of things to do for my comedy series. Inspirations are important. Oh yeah. So Spock was the first love of my life, and I spent a lot of my really super young childhood living in a whole nother world, far away with Spock. As far as I was concerned, he was the greatest thing since sliced bread. And there's a long story behind that. I might actually one of these days write it. But then, yeah, Jerry Lewis is another one. And he came to mind today because I have been just making myself crazy with this Katie thing that kept going through my head because one of my friends, her name is Katie. And then I know Kate. And I couldn't think for the life of me. I'm like, where the fuck did I get this Katie thing? And apparently it's something, there's an old song from like the 50s called Katie. And I found it today, and then I'm digging and digging, and I'm like, oh, somewhere, it's something Jerry Lewis did. He either did the song or performed it, or he just said it or something. And I haven't found it yet, but I am going to find it. And now it makes perfect sense that the way saying her name like that, it makes perfect sense that was in my head, and that just came to me from the day I ever met her, was calling her Katie. I'm like, why did I start calling her that? And yeah, well, that makes perfect sense because, yeah. Some of my favorite memories, very few actual good memories from childhood, but some of the best ones involve watching TV in my grandparents' kitchen, because they had their television in the kitchen. My grandma would watch her stories or whatever she would be watching while she was in the kitchen cooking. So the primary television of the house sat in the corner of the kitchen. That's awesome. Yeah. So Lawrence, I got, watch shows like this. Although the Colgate Hour thing, this I'm very certain was definitely not on TV when I was little. If I've ever seen these, it would have had to have been in reruns, and I don't think I have. I think I've seen some of these, but I found a playlist on YouTube that has like 51 hours of Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin. So I'm super excited. I'm like, yeah. So yeah, I still have, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but I do have Jerry Lewis and Leonard Nimoy's the days of their passing in my phone as an annual thing. So, and Prince. Those three men, they're in my phone. So every year when it comes time, yeah. So I knew I wanted to, this girl, I took her, the little sketch I did just on the fly. This is the one I originally did. Wait, which way did I go? This is the original sketch, and I took it and took a picture of it and did a lot of practice, mostly practice with the different brushes. I wasn't intending to make anything spectacular, but I did a digital coloring type of thing of using her because I wanted to get some ideas for what brushes do what do they do? How do they do it? What's the difference between some of the things that they call the brushes in the digital system? So anyway, and what better way for me, at least, is to use a real piece or use something that's personal, because that gets me excited. So after that, though, when I got done with her, I'm like, I want to actually sketch her and paint her. I almost got a canvas out, but I don't have a lot of rules about my art. I try not to ever have rules about my art, like ever. But I already have 2 canvas. At one point I had 5 canvas pieces, all pending, and I told myself I'm not starting anymore. I'm not opening any more of my canvas until my willow is done and my clown. Until those come down and I finish those, I'm not gonna do another canvas. I almost don't like using the blue pencil, and it's probably me. I think I pressed too dark. But I know, we'll see. I almost feel like she reminds me of Wonder Woman. I know that was definitely not what I was going for. I was just doing a woman's profile. Had no one in particular in my mind when I sketched her. But it was from this, just a sheet I found that has a bunch of different poses and different ways you can pose people. And the profile was one of them. It just said profile. I'm like, oh, I'm with you. Don't worry about a blue pencil if you don't like it. There's no one, right? I do. It's funny. The thing, Mike, the link to come in here is on my thing. And I know you're probably just getting up and getting ready for work, but you're more than welcome to come in and say hi. I got the idea from Peter. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, that's a good idea. And actually, I got the idea from that karaoke thing on Sunday. I was like, that was the first time I'd ever seen that, I mean, there might have been other feeds where that was on the feed, but that was the first time I ever noticed it. My piece, one of my pieces in the haiku series, I actually ended up using the deep grooves of the blue pencil part to become part of the actual painting. Like it became a thing in there because it's a Sunday. I'm free and penciling. Oh, the link is, yeah, it's in comment. Or didn't I put it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, join if you like. Yeah, I put it in comments. I'm like, didn't I put it in comments? I was like, I was thinking about putting the playlist that I'm listening to in here, but I did the link for people to come in instead. So if you're yeah, come on in, join me. I have a couple people watching, so it'll be fun. I'm literally live in 8 different places. So as far as I'm concerned, if someone is awake right now and on my friends list or follows me, if they don't catch me live or want to catch me live, that's really on them. They can't say that I don't make myself available. That's all I'm going to say on that. Oh my God, Jerry. They're fucking with a pinball machine and apparently it wasn't doing what it wanted it to do. This is, you know, the thing about comedy nowadays is even I'm not going to lie, even my comedy is far too sexualized. And I mean, okay, it's not too sexualized, it just is. But watching Dean and Jerry, oh, I'm an idiot. I gotta let Mike in.
Good morning.
Hi.
Oh, it's really not showing. There we go.
You want to pick?
There we go.
Oh yeah, do this one. I can't hear you. By the way. Here.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but if you can hear me, Mike, I can't hear you. Oh, you know what? I know what. Oh.
And now? Can you hear me now?
It probably wasn't you.
Ah.
Hold on. Okay. I have to give me a second. They can hear you're not like you can be heard and you probably are being heard. So whoever's out there watching us could probably hear you. The only reason I'm not hearing you is because I'm an idiot and I have to turn the volume down on my laptop in order for there not to be a cross audio thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So because of that is why I can't hear you because my computer. So anyway, would you stop that? Okay. That is much better. Oh, Mike, why are you putting clothes on? I'm just kidding. Gonna make this a whole different, you know.
There we go.
I was like, why are you putting clothes on? I know, it's cracking myself up.
Well, I mean, it's just a shirt. I was already wearing pants. I mean, it's not that bad. You know, for most Zoom meetings, people do it the other way around.
Well, I have to do this thing, and there's probably a way to do it that makes sense, where I don't have to turn my volume all the way down. But I couldn't hear you because my stupid laptop volume was turned all the way down. Duh.
Well, yeah, you put on headphones, but you know.
Yeah, I can't stand that. Actually, what I should do, you mean like put the headphones in the laptop?
Well, if
I wonder
you're
if that would make it not. Because, yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
like, if you then yeah, you can put up the sound of your phone, possibly, but I
Yeah,
don't know
because
what
I'm
you're listening
usually.
on.
Oh, see? Doesn't like that at all.
Yeah, you don't put on
Where
two things.
is the headphone on this thing? Oh, here it is.
Ooh, echoes.
Headphones. Okay, so. Ooh, that's much better. You know why I don't usually do it is because I'm usually listening to music.
Yeah, I mean, unless I'm streaming as well, like with people, I have music on as well.
Yeah.
You know, or watching with someone because I don't need. She comes up to me. I'm doing a really bad job right now at an anthology comic that I'm doing.
Okay.
And
is this one I don't know about? Something totally new?
It's the Twisted Fairy Tales anthology.
Okay.
I have The Boy Who Cried Wolf, which I'm working, which Piper wrote. You know, from Piper and Pops.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm with how much my side job has been eating me. I just don't get the time to work on this or anything really. Because in the weekends I'm just burned out. You know, I don't have the energy.
Well, you just finished your. Well, you haven't even done fulfillment.
No, but that really doesn't take all that much out of me. But it's doing all kinds of live shows and you know, it's having had 5 12-hour days already. You know, so I'm spent. You know, yesterday I had a really nice nap from 2 to 5 p.m. and then around 10 I fell asleep again, and I was just gone. You know, until 7:30 this morning. So yeah, I'm spent.
So that's what you're penciling now? Is you're working on that thing that Piper wrote?
Yeah, let me share my screen real quick, and I'll show you the story where I've got so far.
Yeah, if you can.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
I've got the full plan, so I think 20. I think it's 20. Might be 10.
Well,
but yeah, we can have plenty of screens.
Yeah, no, you can have 10 people on in that case. And
I have to hit share, huh?
Yeah.
Add to stream.
So.
And.
This is the twisted version of The Girl Who Cried Wolf.
Where's.
There we go.
Okay. I thought it could be a Foursquare thing. All right.
No, not with sharing screens, but.
Oh, that's right. It's not a. Okay. That's so rad. Look at that. I like that eyeball.
The third page as well, but I haven't scanned it. Like, that's how little I've actually gotten done. But Yeah, it's the girl who
Ooh.
cried wolf. So the boy who cried wolf, but with a twist. And I'm not gonna
Okay.
open the final page because that's the twist, and I don't want to share the twist. But
Yeah, don't give any spoilers away.
no, that's the whole point.
I've been on a couple of streams where the comic book guys are talking about it or whatever, and I'm like, shh, stop talking so much. Especially like one that I've actually backed and that I'm getting it. I'm like, shush, shush. No. So are you? Oh, I was gonna
Oh, I
say
stopped
is
screening.
so
Yeah.
what you were doing on the screen? That's what you're actually doing right now, or are you
Mm-hmm.
penciling on something else?
No, that's literally what I'm working on right now.
Oh, that's
So I'm halfway
fabulous.
through page 4. Um, my pencils are pretty easy because I do most of the detailing in the inks. You know, I'm
Yeah.
at that point as an inker.
Huh.
But yeah, it's just a really slow process because I'm just so fucking tired.
Well, yeah. Yesterday you said that you didn't know when you were going to get to do any art again because you're so busy. And
Yeah,
I didn't say anything, but my head went. I would fucking go mad if I went a day or two
just a
without
bit.
sketching or painting.
Well, like
It's like,
on side job days, I don't do art, and that is because I'd rather spread it out and not get burned out. You know, trying to get some work done after I get home after 12 hours of working.
yeah,
Um, but normally it's only 2 or 3 days a week where I'm needed, and that's what I want to keep to. But because there's so many vacations going on, um, like I'm just needed 5 days a week. They need every person they can get.
okay.
So yeah, it's a bit of a rough time, but I'll get around.
I have had so many different times in my life where I'm actually grateful for when I have a challenging period of time because it goes by faster, or I don't notice
Yes.
this, or I get all said and done at the end of it, and it's like, oh,
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind it. Like, I work in a fun team, and it's just fun to work there.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's taking a lot out of me and having to juggle with both a company, my own work, and just everything at the same time. That's it's just a bit tough right now, but it's good for the wallet, so I
Oh
don't mind
yeah.
that. Mm. But yeah, no, I actually got paid earlier this week, and then I took off all the bills and I paid my artists, which I couldn't for 2 months because of it being very quiet on my side job.
Mm-hmm.
So I was behind on payments, which I hate even more. And then I was like, well, I got 100 euros left to eat from the coming 2 weeks. That's going to be rough. But, I manage. I'll be okay. Just got
That'd
to
be
get
pretty
it.
stressful.
Yeah, I get it done.
Well,
It's.
and I'm listening to you going, how does this man compose himself and still be nice going through that? You're still a sweetheart, even with that all that going on.
Well, because it's no one's fault. You
I
know,
know it's so cool
I mean,
that
like,
like some
on
people
this.
take it out on other people. You know, they have one little
And
challenge,
yeah,
their life falls apart, and then everyone around them knows because they have to take it out on them. You didn't do that.
well, no, because like it's literally no one's fault. I could say
Yeah.
no, like to the job, like to the days I'm needed, and that would be fine. You know, I'm getting a vacation on August 3rd to the 10th. And I'm going to do a tour on the eastern border of the Netherlands.
Hmm.
That's like 350 miles on my bike,
Ooh.
you know. So that's going to be a ton of fun. And, you know, I'm going to visit friends on the other side of the Netherlands while I'm there, while I'm going through it anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna have a nice, fun little vacation. So I'm working towards that. I got a new tent for it. You know, I got some extra stuff for my bike. Um, and I'm just working towards that, and you know, getting things done. Um, Everything is going pretty swell, all in all. It's just that I wish there were 12 days in a week instead of 7. You know?
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I know.
Well, and as you know, I don't do a lot of sleep. Like, I'm good. 5 hours,
Yeah.
maybe 6. So that is in my favor in terms of getting things done. You know, like, whoa. I have these headphones on now, and so it's not quite easy. It's not as easy to move around.
Yeah.
Well, only because they're in the laptop as opposed to the phone. But I'm putting a crown on this girl. This is what, you know, it's no plan, but this girl's going to get some weird get up on her head.
Nice. Honestly, like, don't worry about a plan. Make it for the sake of making it. Like, there's so many creators that don't have the time for that, including myself. You
Mm-hmm.
know, let me show you some of my older stuff. Here, I got a nice big thing full. So, you know, I did comic. I came into comics as a
That's so beautiful.
concept artist for environments and creatures, like a lot of creatures.
Oh, that's cool.
This was actually a commission for a couple of years ago. So there's the 2 main characters of someone else's comic. And yeah, like this is what I do.
Wow.
There's creatures in here as well. You got a giant beetle that was a commission as well. Yeah, floppy. Yeah.
That's good. That's so good.
Got a little
So good.
There we go. I made this on a convention, you know, a random thing.
I could think I have patience as a artist, and then I see the detail and I see the intricacies and all of what goes into one. And suddenly I'm like, yeah, no. No, definitely not even close. But that's okay.
But,
I also
like,
had to learn to appreciate or work around that. So one of the things that, oh, that's cool. So the name of the thing that you're doing is called what is it? The something cried wolf. What was it again?
The girl who cried wolf.
The girl. Have you seen? Do you watch sci-fi at all? Have you heard of the TV show that's on HBO Max called Raised by Wolves?
No.
It's a sci-fi.
No, I think I've heard of it. But
it's one of the best new sci-fi series that I've come across, and I'm like super biased. I'm super snobby. It's hard to get me to really like a sci-fi series. Oh, that's badass. I put it. Yeah, that's funny. Remember I put a Grim Reaper in one of my pieces. Oh, that's a tattoo. Fuck, that's hot. I love tattoos. Tattoos are body art. They're like, and I've seen some that are totally like works of art. The Tattoo Mike Jimmy Show. I'm gonna have to change the caption. It's like, hello ladies.
Hello,
You might want to go to the
ladies.
Netherlands to find this ginger.
You know what is beyond redheads?
I'm gonna go take you hostage. If you weren't too young for me, mister.
I've heard that one before.
Oh, it's just because I'm weird. I know that most of the world think that age doesn't matter, and
it does.
And it does. I am a mom of sons, so
yeah,
I can't. So, like, if my kids ever bring home a woman who's old enough to be their mom, I'm kicking her fucking ass.
Yeah.
I will probably beat her down. I'll be like, what are you doing with my child? Ugh.
Yeah, no. No, I got a couple of really good friends of mine. And I've known the woman for ages now.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, pretty much every single time we were at the festival where we met, it was like, Mike, if I was 20 years younger.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess, I usually don't do like a 15-year or more gap because that's roughly when I could have become a mom, was around 15. And so that's kind of how I look at it. Anything bigger than that of an age gap is too much.
I keep it a little closer than that because I got a few less years on
preferably I want the guy older, but not too much older. Not too much older because I'm a super young 51. And not to get too graphic, but he can't have a foot in the grave, and he practically needs to pass a physical to date me. I mean, I don't think I told you this, but I posted it, but my 18-year-old messaged me this week wanting my surfboard. I got into surfing like 6 years ago.
Nice.
And yeah, I feel pretty proud that I'm like the 51-year-old who actually owned a surfboard for her 18-year-old to come borrow. Like, that makes me feel good.
Oh, I mean, like, I look a lot older than I actually am. It's partially the beard. It's also the eyes that look very tired most of the time.
Yeah, the beard makes people look older.
Yeah.
Well, and your maturity. To be quite honest, like, just as an objective woman on the outside of your world, your maturity definitely ages you older.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be 28 in only a month, you know, and I've been guessed at 35 to 45 for the past 5 years. So even with
I may have to start calling you son to make sure I keep my head in order that that our age gap is that much. I'm just kidding.
No, but I'm used to it. I don't care. You know, like someone at some point told me, like, yeah, men just get older when like get more handsome when they get older. So you just get you get a jump start.
That's a fact.
You know what? I'll fucking run with it.
I think, like, I couldn't really. It was not. I was like, whatever about Brad Pitt when he was young, and I'm not big on blondes. Gingers, all right. Well, I was an Irish girl. I was a ginger, just because, you know, I don't look like one now because my hair went straight white. But yeah, no. But Brad Pitt now, whoa. But no, yeah, some of the guys, they do look, as long as they don't fuck with their face. Like Mickey Rourke, I absolutely adore him. But he went too far with his plastic surgery.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the ones that I think that do look good older are the ones that left their faces alone.
I gotta agree there.
Like even Jerry Lewis, I'm pretty sure he had some work done because his, or no, maybe it wasn't that. I know that thing, that disease, I'd have to look it up. Whatever he suffered from, it caused bloating, like this visual that made him look like he was bloated. Um, yeah, I don't know who that is watching. I always have at least one person, one devoted follower who's always watching me, and they don't say hi.
That's okay.
But I never am all. I'm never here alone with it saying 0, which is cool.
Yeah.
And it's not even. It's like super early. I've only been live for 36 minutes, so yeah. I don't know how much of this I'll get done, but I definitely know I want to paint her. This like.
Yeah, I just really have to get this page done, and
I'll get to it.
I gotta get Love on Korra 5's second main creature drawn out, and yeah, I just have a lot to do, and I don't get the time for it. But I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be able to get things done in a timely manner. Like, I wanted to get Love and Korra 5 storyboard done before last month, and I haven't even finished the creatures. So that shows how little I actually get done nowadays.
Yeah.
But
how often do you put them out? Do you have a schedule?
I want to go bi-monthly, so once every 2 months. Right now we're at 8 pages a month, so every 4 months. Okay. And what I try is to get all the inks done before the crowdfunder. Then my colorist can push through the end, with the last 30 days. And it works. But yeah, I would like to go bi-monthly, and for that I would really have to not work 5 days a week at my side job, and actually not work my side job at all. But for that, I would need conventions back, and then I could start working on a Patreon again, and slowly work myself out of the side job again. But yeah, it's just it's killing right now. I'm drawing sheep, all kinds of sheep, clouds with legs.
So every 2 months, there's 12 months in a year. So what is that? How many issues?
6, if I can help it.
Yeah, I'm terrible at math.
Per year. We got a new series coming up as well. The Radiant Sight. And I am lettering that alone. The rest is done by a different artist, a different colorist from Love and Korra, but the writer from Love and Korra 3. And it's going to be a Korean drama. Oh
yeah, you started telling me about this.
And yeah, we're making headway. I only need the cover colored still, and we're going to start on the crowdfunder. So it won't be done as quickly as Love and Korra does. With you back it, you get the book sent out a month later.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because we're paying everyone fairly, and it's a lot of money that we're putting in. But the story is good. The writer made a wonderful thing with Love and Korra, and I read the script for the Radiant Sight 1. And he's doing a great job. So yeah, I'm happy to see it. I'm just waiting for the artist to work on it. He's actually on page 12 right now, or out of 32.
Okay.
and the colorist is at 6 pages and is working on the cover right now. Might be done actually, but I'll have to check the drive. But yeah, it's gonna be more of a manga, and
okay.
I'm gonna publish it in A5 as well instead of A4, so it's gonna be smaller. But yeah, it's looking good. I'm really looking forward to showing this to everyone. And it should start I should start promotion for the Indiegogo. Start a pre-launch page in uh, in a couple of weeks and launch at the end of August. Get the email list going. Start telling people about it. Get on shows again for that. But I might just have to make my writer go and be like, hey, you're on this show at this time, and if you can't make it, then it's your fault. But it's going to be about a girl who finds a magical dress. And whenever she the wearer puts it on, they become irresistible.
Oh, this is why I remember it, because I was telling you about my coloring book called The Love Cloak.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember now.
And yeah, it's gonna be good. I hope it catches on because the writing and just overall quality of the book is incredible. But yeah, it's still gotta get made, No, Nina, I don't feel like hanging out in voice chat on Discord. Might later. I am not doing my best on these panels at all. But
are you being too critical, or do you mean it?
No, I mean that. I'm not being too critical because I know I can do better. It's just I have to get it out, And I know with the inks I'm gonna catch up on a lot of things and make it a little better. But yeah, I'm definitely not doing the best job there is. And yeah.
I'm blown away by the art in Life of Core 1, the first one. That's because, as you know, I said I'm pacing myself, and I haven't started the second one. I don't want to gobble up all 4 so fast and then sit here and be like, okay, where's 5, Mike?
Well, we're a bit away.
And so, yeah.
It's yeah, I wanted to get at least like 4 pages done in July for Life of Core 5, and it hurts to not get it done. And that also helps with me feeling burned out because I want to get things done, but there's no time. What are people saying on WhatsApp? Yeah.
I can relate. It's so crazy because I've already published 3 things this year. And my head still is like, why is it taking you so long to do this book? And I'm like, you're illustrating an entire freaking book, Dora. You've never done that before.
It's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Right?
I could crank out any of those pieces I showed you earlier in a couple of hours, without an issue. But to actually get a comic out, that's months of work, and I'm not gonna deny that. Like, and especially halfway through, I'm like, oh my god, there's the man with the hammer.
Yeah. Well, I did some thinking after we talked about when I was asking you questions about a campaign, and then I realized I don't even have the printed author's copy yet, and that's getting way ahead of myself.
Well,
I need it in my hands. I know. I want to see it.
what you
And then
can do if you want to promote it anyway, like if you start building the campaign now, you can start collecting emails. You
right.
can work on getting the word out that it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, and
then
I
once you
think.
get
Oh, I'm
the
sorry.
blueprints, you can set a date to actually launch.
One of the things I think I do want to do, I'm going to remaster the manuscript, and I'm going to put scanned images of the art without it being manipulated. And it would be an additional 20 pages.
Yeah.
Or just, because right now the pieces are fine the way they're in there because I did some artistic graphic stuff to them. But I think that if I were to do like a printed book in a campaign like that, I think a lot of artist people like me would appreciate the book also having a high color premium print of the actual art.
Well, um, you
I
can
mean,
always do an
the
artist
art,
edition.
you can tell what it is. It's just manipulated.
Well, why don't you just do an artist edition?
Yeah, I could do that too. I am going to do a coloring book edition. I've got those pages done. I just haven't put the manuscript together. It's the exact same book in the exact same format. The only difference is that it's not colored. So someone can literally take La Première Tome and color it the way they want.
Yeah.
The whole thing. So.
Oh man.
This is cool.
Well, I'm gonna leave this page for now.
Yeah, so coming across the eraser stuff in the digital app was fabulous. And what was my other favorite? I found the charcoal taper, because charcoal was my first medium. That was my first love. I only worked with charcoal and pastels, and that was rad. When I figured out how to use that, I was like, oh, damn, this is hot. And I like my guy. I did a guy. The one I'm working on right now is a guy holding a chick's foot, and she's got a red pump on. That's it. That's all there is to the picture. So when this is not a cloak, it's a dress, you said she puts on? And what happens again?
Yeah, it's a dress that she finds in the dump, and when she wears it, she becomes irresistible to anyone around her. And being from the slums, she uses it to get herself up in the world, but also show the more well-off people that there is, a different life going on in the same city, and tries to bring up the quality of life for everyone.
Yeah. people ignore stuff they think that doesn't matters like that.
Yeah, they do. But yeah,
which is sad.
It's going to be a 6-issue story. It's going to be a little cheaper than Life on Korra as well. It's probably only going to be €8 because
Life on Korra is so nicely priced. I would pay more for her.
Well, it's only 32 pages, and yeah, it's a bigger format.
Oh yeah.
But, like, yeah, I'm only doing 32-page stories, so why wouldn't I?
It's too big.
Make it a little cheaper. Like, this is going to be A5, so it's nice and small. It's a quick read. Well, there's a little more dialogue than in Life on Korra, but yeah.
None of my circular objects are the right circle. Oh, that's okay. I have a stupid geometrical whatever thing.
Compass.
Yeah. I'm gonna wing my circle. I wing a lot of circles. By the time I'm done painting it, because I do them as a painting, it doesn't really matter. Although I kind of went down this other tangent of penciling and shading with the pencil, so who the hell knows what I'm going to do with this suit.
I really hope the tent I ordered comes in time for my trip, because it's a lot smaller.
What did you order that you're looking for?
I ordered some camping stuff. So I got.
This is for that bike ride thing you're doing?
Yeah. I ordered a cooking set. A nice compact small one, because I didn't have that yet. A front wheel, a steering wheel bag for my bike. An air pillow, because
did you order any fish mocks?
No.
Do you know what that is?
No.
Fish mocks is amoxicillin, and survivalists like Bear Grylls and people that go out in the middle of fucking nowhere and shit like that, they will put that in their packs because it's a lot cheaper and you don't need a prescription for it. Here in the States, it's you have to go to a aquarium store where because it's fish mock. It's actually sold for fish tanks, but it's basically amoxicillin. It's a non-FDA grade level. I've taken it before because Bear Grylls took it. So that means it's okay. I won't die.
And then I got a 2-person tent instead of the 3-person that I have right now. And at a different place, I bought, let me see, an elastic net that I can put on my bike as well. Some extra inner tires for my bike. And yeah, that is my haul.
Nice. Last time I tried to sleep in a tent, I couldn't. It was too confining. I'm claustrophobic, and so I had to sleep in my car.
Oh,
it's okay.
Yeah, I love sleeping in tents. It's just one of my favorite things.
I had to get a different tent, and my sons and I go camping with this much smaller tent because it was all I could afford. And it was nothing like what we used to use. And they're much bigger. So it was a combination of I don't have these little young guys anymore.
Yeah.
Plus my tent smaller. It was not happening. I couldn't do it. I was literally the side of the fence was in my face, and I'm like, I'm out. I'm going to sleep in my car.
Yeah, I'm gonna go alone anyway, so I've got a 2-person tent that I can fit all my stuff in if needed. But most of it is just gonna stay on top of my bike for pretty much. And like I asked my friends like, hey, I'm free like for the festival anyway, but you know there's no more festival. Who wants to join? And I was like, no, we made different plans, yada yada yada. Sure, I'm gonna do a trip on my own again. I don't care. You know, adventurous enough. And I know
So
it's only 8 kilometers a day.
This bike thing you're going on is just you by yourself?
Yeah.
Nice. That's fucking rad. That's like when I went to New York, I went by myself. Now, I had friends that live there, but I didn't take anybody. There was no couples trip. It was just me going to New York.
In 2017, I went alone to San Diego. So, okay, that was a bit scary. That was a bit too scary.
In what year?
2017.
Oh. Yeah. It's gotten bad here in some areas.
I was going to go to my ex in Florida, but we broke up. So in the meantime,
is she the one you said was from here?
Yes. So she went.
Where in San Diego did you stay? Did you remember?
Hostel on 3rd.
What?
Hostel on 3rd.
Oh,
it's
I know
right
a hostel. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I know that place. There's a lot of hostels.
Yeah. The friends of mine that I hang out with, because they were still living in San Diego. I knew them through my ex.
Yeah.
They actually won tickets to the car show that was there at the time, and we saw some of the original cars used in Mad Max Fury Road and stuff. That was awesome.
Hey, there's a con here in the October at the Scottish Rite Center. If you need a con to go to, you can come to San Diego. You can bring your tent. My roommate has a huge piece of property behind the house. You can do your camping here.
Well, I mean, I'd love to, but like the plane ticket alone is half my salary.
I know, right? It's ridiculous. It's easier for me to say that than actually do that, Mike. I don't actually travel. I fucking hate traveling. There has to be like a really important reason for me to consider going anywhere near an airplane, an airport, people.
I don't mind. It's just it's not my like doing it alone. That was scary, because I'm gonna be 9,000 miles away from my home on a fucking 10-hour flight, and when I travel, I don't sleep. And I took the cheapest option available, which was layovers of 15 or more hours. I didn't sleep for 4 days straight.
Oh my God.
And then I finally got to San Diego, and on average I slept like 4 or 5 hours a night because of time differences.
You're like, it's a shit show. I got no interest in doing that again.
Yeah, and then I got back and I had the worst jet lag of my life because I was finally home, and I got home and I just slept for 2 days straight, pretty much. And then I just had a jet lag for weeks.
Did you go to the beach while you were here?
Yeah, I took a couple of trips to beaches, and because you got to keep in mind when I left, it was near freezing here, and then
Oh
I
yeah,
got
what
out of
time of
the
the year did
airplane.
you come here?
It was during Christmas,
Oh, okay.
so
Was
I
it
got
raining?
here.
It usually rains a lot in December and sometimes January.
Yeah, we had one rainstorm for one day,
Yeah.
but all in all,
It gets like that here. It
um,
used to never rain, like ever. And then we actually have a rainy season, and that was not like that when I moved here 32 years ago.
yeah, like I don't mind rain. I mean, I'm used to it here. Like we got the proper 4 seasons, so. But yeah, no, it like we had some rain, but it was still 20, 25 degrees Celsius compared to 4 or 5, which is near freezing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, this is pleasant. I don't need my winter coat anymore. But yeah, I had a blast there, just talking to the people at the hostel, and it's more of a working hostel I found,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine. But through the day, I was doing trips, and um, I had fun. I saved up a lot, so I didn't have to worry about money, which helps.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the people at the restaurants that I went to were like, "Holy crap, this guy is loaded!" Because I would drop tips that they've never seen before. But yeah, I'd love to go back, but I wouldn't do it alone. That's just too much.
Yeah. I have a whole bunch of stuff to deal with or save for, but going back to New York is on my list because I haven't been there since 2006,
Hmm.
and it's just that's too long.
Yeah.
And I have a friend, my friend Brad lives there, and I gotta go see him. When I went to New York, my favorite thing was that there was a gallery that was having a showing of Gustav Klimt's work,
Hmm.
and I got to see some of his stuff. Um, the Kiss is my favorite, but of course that's in Vienna. But Charlotte, I can't remember her name.
No idea. I'm terrible.
Charlotte burned something, and it's one of his pieces was there. But what was really cool was in this back room was a bunch of sketches like this. The whole room. It was just all Gustav Klimt's, and it
Nice.
was just random pieces of paper with penciling and inks on it. And that was one of the reasons why, like, recently, as I think I've told you, I stopped painting the original sketches for my book.
Yeah.
And I think that might have something to do with it. I was inspired to like leave those pure. I hadn't sketched on paper in a long time when I started this whole process. This is all I used to. And then I had transitioned to canvas. And so when I came back to this, my hands actually had to learn and had to go back into this, like some muscle memory of how to do this or that on the paper.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I
Well, I mean,
remember. This is what I did to get that effect.
I used to pencil on paper too, but it's just so much cheaper for me to do it digitally because
Yeah.
I print out. I got a monster of a printer that can print on A3,
Mm-hmm.
so 11 by 16 and a half, and I will use it to pretty much print on A3 on a very light print for the pencils and ink over it,
Mm.
which saves me so much trouble and wasting a lot of paper. Well, it's not waste because it's work, but it saves money, a lot of it.
Well, I'm like wrapping my head, as you know, over the digital thing, and I'm getting pretty excited about it. Um, just there's so many things that I could have been doing different. Well, not better. Not that they
Yeah.
would be necessarily better, but oh, you're not even kidding about saving time. Time
Yeah, no.
is a huge thing. Like the amount of work that I have put into these pages doing them like this is insane compared to what I could do digital.
Yeah, exactly. Like it saves time, it saves effort, um, and the quality is usually the same. It's just a matter of knowing your medium. You know.
Knowing how to use the brush to get the brush to
Yeah.
do what I can do here. And
Yeah.
once, yeah.
Like I use Clip Studio because it's made to make comics. Um, but that's a learning curve too. You just gotta get used to it
Do
and
you have
figure
to
it out.
pay for that software?
Yeah, it's $50 for the standard version, and then
Okay.
the extra version where you can do longer animations and have a single file to organize your entire comic is $200.
Hmm.
But like the $50 one is fine. I only upgrade it because I do the animations for the trailer for Love and Korra and stuff, so I need it
Mm.
longer. But
And you
yeah,
do that
no.
in Clip Studio?
You can do that in Clip Studio. You can make comics, you can make webcomic format, you can do illustrations. Um, like it's one of the best tools I've found all around for these kinds of things.
I'll have to look at it. I know the only reason I started using Sketchbook was because it was what Rich suggested and it didn't cost anything.
Hmm. And
Um,
Sketchbook is good.
and
It's
it's
fine.
it's really simple. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out Photoshop to save my fucking life. But I
Yeah,
but I've
you
actually
have
done
to.
quite a few digital illustrations using Sketchbook and figured some shit out. I'm like, oh, this isn't so bad.
Like, yeah, Clip Studio is one of those learning curve things where you will have to um, find out a lot of things slowly but surely. Um, but it's such a strong tool that like people who can't afford um, the subscription for Photoshop instantly go to Clip Studio because it's just that good, you know, and it's worth its money in gold, if not more. And
Yeah, and that's one of the things I do want to look at it for because I'll do a lot of things cheap, but there are certain things that are absolutely worth the money, depending on what it
well,
is.
the thing that I like
And
about Clip
this would be one of them.
Studio is that a lot of the things that you might want to build for yourself, someone else already did, and it's free to download as an asset.
Mm-hmm.
So custom brushes, you can customize everything in there yourself. You know, and I
Mm.
came into Clip Studio from Paint Tool Sai, and Sai has some of the most incredible pens that you can adjust for yourself
Okay.
in a very easy way. But it also has a very easy to use navigation system. And I managed to completely do that navigation in Clip Studio after fiddling with it for a couple of weeks.
Do you do that, the lettering stuff in that program?
Yeah, you can letter in it as well. It's the
Or
same
you
with.
have someone that does your lettering?
No. I do the lettering. I'm
Oh,
actually
okay.
the letterer for most of the stuff that we publish. Um, but
That's the thing I'm the most worried about with my haiku series is I don't think like when I look at the PDF, I'm not a fan of the lettering I did. I think that it could be better.
well, it's not that much text, so like you learn as you go as well. And lettering is definitely an art of its own.
Right.
So Yeah, don't worry too much about that.
Yeah, I mean, it was my first attempt at doing anything like that.
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten it in print yet. So it may be fine.
Yeah. You know, you can
I just
always
look at the
adjust it.
PDF and go, I might want to use a different color, different box.
No, that's okay. You know, there's a lot of functions in the penciling for in Clip Studio. And yeah, you can make your own text bubbles, you know, freehand them. You can use standard shapes. You can use polygons, like vectors. It's so easy. It's incredible, in my opinion, that they made it so easy to use, and then
I'm
it's just a
currently
matter of
using
skill.
Canva to do my webtoons
Hmm.
because I like their bubbles and stuff in there.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool. But even in there, it's weird because the bubble itself, you don't put the text in the bubble itself. It's like a separate
Yeah.
text box, which can be annoying sometimes when you're trying to line it or center it or all the whatever.
Yeah.
I like it. It's sad, but in Publisher, if you have a text box and you set it to best fit, you don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
You put it where it goes and it will adjust the text within the inside of that without you having to even touch it. I love Publisher.
I'm gonna go get some breakfast and some more cappuccino because I'm starting to feel spent.
Aww.
Yeah,
No problem.
I'm tired again. I've been up for 2 hours. God damn it. So
Well,
I'm gonna
you
head out.
go get some sustenance in you, sir.
That is the plan. Take it easy. I'm still talking. See you next
Thank
time.
you for stopping in.
Yeah, with pleasure. Stay awesome.
Well, it's good to hang out with you. My friend. This is definitely what I was thinking I was going to do with her, but I like it. I like it. Let me try to make this camera a little closer. Ah. Oh. There we go. It's been a while since I've done something like this where I do all the shading with the pencil. I think it's because I've been painting and painting and painting, which is fine because I'm a painter. But then I did this digital piece of using her, and I did all this color, and then just, yeah. So now I like, and I think I'm swinging that pendulum thing where I'm doing like this whole like black and white kind of thing going on in my head with her because I've already seen it in color basically. And I may come back in here and put color to this. I mean, maybe. Or I might just leave it black. Oh, I'll put my Jerry Lewis back on. this angle down here. Wow. I'm going to leave it just like that. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Now, I'm going to shade this one. I'll do something different for the big space. Interesting. Okay. Hour and 18 minutes. Holy crap. Well, dare I stop or keep going? Well, I am going to at least finish what I have in mind for the hair now that I'm looking at it. And I need a specific charcoal of mine. Two gray. Those are in charcoal. I should put these in their own little container. Nope. 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 It's in here. I think I need to get more of them. This is an option. That's a good one. Too small. No, too hard. Too hard. Ooh, this one. Ooh, this one has not been sharpened. That's like Christmas fucking morning, man. My digital pen. Ooh, here. Okay. So these two are cool. This one we will save. This is the one I was looking for. Oh, where's the camera? This is the one I was looking for. Just. This one's not bad. We shall see. We shall see. I might do that. Man. It's 1 o'clock. Oh, that's cool. God, almost makes me want to get out of bed and go get my charcoal sticks and be done already. Oh. And if this was a digital, I would be done already. It's okay. I'm getting kind of excited because I'm getting close to the end and I can get the eraser out and I can do the real magic. Blend. The power of the blending with charcoals. It's exciting. Okay. Oh. At least I put everything within arm's reach before the came on. Okay. What was I thinking doing this whole big section in charcoal? The hell? Hi, welcome, my other person watching me complain because I made myself use charcoal. Because, my head said, oh, this will be easier. No, I should have just got out a marker. Or some black acrylic. Okay, now for the magic. Because, that's just a foundation. This laptop needs to be moved. There we go. Okay. Where's that? There it is. I have a thinner one. Much better. I have a couple of different brands and different types of razors. They do, or erasers, not razors. They do different stuff. It may sound like, what the hell is she doing? She did all that work to put the black on there. Well, it's not meant to stay like that. At least not for me. I mean, I could leave it like that. And I probably will go back in here and add detail with the charcoal, either with that pencil or another pencil. It's definitely a whole different look than the pencil, for sure. It goes from being black to being gray, which I love. I mean, I love black too, but she is all charcoal in her face. It's okay, I'll clean it up. I have an eraser for that. Okay. I have everything within arm's reach, but I might have too much stuff on my bed. My leftovers. They're cold now. I've been working on them for a couple hours. Hour and a half to be exact. Or 2. Okay. The camera in the wrong spot again. I'm looking, I'm seeing something. Okay. I needed to do that because it needed to be done. Separates 2 things I've got going on. Okay. Definitely going to treat those separate. Okay, so now that I've got it all shaded and put together, filled up, one big black area, now I can do some detail. Or shading, or whatever you want to call it. Yep, like that. I think I'm getting tired. I think I'm going to get off here soon. It's definitely a different view when she's upside down. A different perspective of what I want to do next. What's with this camera? Stay there. Chickens outside. What am I looking for? Hold on. Oh, God. Not getting up. Okay. Some serious chicken stuff going outside with chickens. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but I can. Let me see. Maybe. I unshaded one of the sections of her hair because I wanted to see the difference in what I might want to do there. Let me see. A lot of erasing. Now, I could have left it, considering I'm going to paint her, I think. But I want to get a visual with all this dirty messiness on it. Okay. I am basically done for now because I am so comfortable. Mostly my back. I'm just doing this ink there to give me a visual of what it looks like. Because I am going to either go straight to painting or I'm going to keep fucking with this ink. Use a different ink. I haven't decided. I'm still playing. Okay. Oh, I know what I want. Hi, Loopy. I had my friend Mike in here with you earlier, and now it's just me, and I am almost done. I was just putting some ink to a few parts of this so I can get a visual idea of what it looked like. So I'm putting some of the black ink in this area where I had erased some of the shading. And then I did some of the black down here because I want to get an idea. I think I might leave her in black and not actually paint her with color. much eraser stuff in my way. I think all my girls have the same lips. Probably going to make this whole other side black. So her jawline doesn't matter that much to be perfect. Mm. Hmm. Of course, I royally fucked up her eye. I dropped out. I'm back now. Hi, Libby. I'm so tired. I'm so about done. Loopy keeps coming and going. I hope you're okay, Loopy. Where to going? You come in, you say hi, you say bye. You leave me here all alone. Dun, dun, dun. What are we drawing? She's just a woman. She was a practice piece where I was practicing doing a profile, and it has turned into this. The original sketch is this. And I have turned her into this little more warrior, less sweetness. I'm sure I'll still capture some sweetness. She was originally going to be sketched to go with a comedy joke for my webtoon, but I might actually use her in my emotional burlesque, but I think she might be more suited for it. Oh yeah, Loopy, I don't know if you do webtoons, but I started 2 series on there. I have a webtoon series for my haiku, illustrated haikus, which I think you saw me draw some of. And then I created another series for my comedy. It's pretty fun. Because, I'm an overachiever and publishing 4 books in a year is not enough. So let me go give myself other projects. This is the life of a single woman. Well, this single woman. Okay. I am done. I mean, she's not done. I could probably get her done in another hour or so. But I don't feel like it. I literally have worn out. So there she is. It's one of those unexpected pieces, and I'll probably still do something with this one too. It's actually supposed to be a profile of her looking up at someone, so I still have to do the man or probably another. Well, I'll probably do a man. But anyway, it's a practice piece using some practice paper I got off the internet. And this particular one was practicing a profile. With the idea of trying to, like, you know, get an expression with as few strokes of the pen as possible. I don't have it. Oh, wait. Yeah. So, like, ooh, I forgot all about this. I sketched this. I need to ink that. I like this piece. This is going to be a small piece, but it's pretty cool. I might just do this one on digital. I'm not a fan of how it came out on the sketch. But this one, oh, I should take a picture of it. All right. Looks like a queen and a plant person. Yeah, like, so this is a pair of twins that, if you look, there's the shape of a woman here. And she's got wings that are also part of the flower. And then, yes, the twins that are coming out of the flowers. And the woman's face is actually hidden right here. So it's a really small piece. It's on this sketchbook. I use this small sketchbook for small ideas. This is a 9.5 by 6. And so this, once I'm done with this, I may recreate that on canvas if I like it, depending on how it comes out. So yeah, she is definitely like a queen warrior type idea. I'm going to incorporate some other elements into her or into this page that speak to that. I'm keeping my comments to myself on that. So yeah, these are horns at the top, by the way. That's not one object. All right, Luffy. And thank you for stopping in. Sorry you missed most of it, but, you know, Saturday night, late night, that's what I do. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. My back. Bye.